It's the stairway to 7 for the Harwich Mariners as they look to take another step towards the Cape Cod Baseball League title. One win away from knocking out the Brewster Whitecaps in the first round here at Stony Brook Field. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. The Mariners coming off of an emphatic statement 10-2 victory in Game 1 of the postseason yesterday against the Whitecaps. It was front of the home crowd, and Luke, the Mariners came out. They had a great start on the mound courtesy of Troy Dressler, and the offense just took care of themselves.
A complete win, Gino. When we send it to Triton Talk, we talk a lot more about it, but the pitching has been there the entire summer. So it's not like you expect to go 2 arms in the first playoff game in a best-of-3 series where the first game is a massive leg up to win it in such a shortened and small opening round series. But to do it with almost the ease it looked like, Dressler went 5, Doran went 4, you used 2 arms, your offense explodes for 10 runs and 12 hits. If the Mariners play like that the rest of the postseason, nobody in the Cape touches them.
Gianni Gambardella starts on the mound for the Mariners, and it's so crucial that Harwich has as good, if not maybe even better, of a start today than yesterday with Brewster on the ropes of being eliminated. The Whitecaps this summer, 12-5-1 when they strike first, 10-13 when their opponent strikes first. The Mariners got to make sure that they come out ready to go. And today's game, it's going to be a little bit different because they don't have a guy that can usually start games, usually at the top of the order, and can light that spark in Tanner Marsh. Yesterday, later in the game, looked a little bit banged up, was hobbling towards the dugout on his route to first on a ground out. He's not playing in today's game. That's another blow to this Mariner lineup. No Aiden Robbins, no Tanner Marsh. You lost D. Kennedy. Obviously, Maddox Maloney no longer here. That was a few weeks ago. But again and again, Luke, it just seems like the Mariners lose guys, and it's at critical times.
And that's the reality of the Cape Cod Baseball League come August. A lot of the top guys have A, already been drafted months ago, B, shut it down, maybe just hanging out, enjoying their final few weeks of the summer. So, Gino, how do you stay resilient? How do you bring new guys in who are talented enough to be an instant impact? Well, that's what every team's dealing with right now, and I would say the new guys for Harwich and the ones that these GM staff and Steve Englert have called and brought in, well, they've been rock solid.
Someone that's been newer, but not some of the newest players to come into this Harwich Mariner team is Sam DiCarlo. He's been a little bit banged up, but he played his first game back in a few days yesterday. Had an RBI single later in the game. I caught up with him before this contest. Take a listen. We welcome you here to Stony Brook Field with Sam DiCarlo. I'm Gino Antamarino as the Mariner pregame show rolls on. Obviously a big-time victory for you guys yesterday in Game 1 of the first round, a 10-2 victory for you guys. How does that sound? How did you guys feel yesterday?
Amazing. I mean, everything was going our way. Bats were swinging well, pitchers were throwing strikes. It was all we could ask for.
And speaking of swinging the bat well, you were also swinging the bat well. A 2 RBI single later in the game. With you, obviously, it's towards the end of the summer. Not just you, but some of the other players going through some aches and pains. You had some games off towards the end of the regular season. You're back now. How are you feeling, and how do you push yourself through those aches and pains of just everyday baseball?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's just managing it, like making sure you get a good warm-up in and exert your energy, basically, like saving it for the times you need it. So.
Now, you're obviously making the slide from second to shortstop today for the first time this summer. How are you feeling playing over there at short?
I mean, I'm super comfortable. I played there all year. I mean, obviously it sucks having Tanner down, but I'm excited for the opportunity and I'm ready to go.
With the Whitecaps being 1 game away from being eliminated, what's the approach in trying to get that victory and put away a team once and for all?
Just the same formula. Throw strikes, swing the bat, swing the strikes, take balls. I mean, just playing ball the way we know how to play.
Awesome. All right,
Yep.
Thanks so much, Sam,
Appreciate
and good
it.
luck today.
Thank you.
Sam DiCarlo, always a pleasure catching up with him. He's ready to go. The rising senior out of Washington looking to use that experience in another playoff game this evening. First pitch is at 4 o'clock, but before we start with the opening lineups, the starting lineups, I should say, we'll send it to Trident Talk. Your Harwich Mariners are looking to put away the Brewster Whitecaps once and for all this afternoon, and you can find that out right on the Mariners radio network at 4 o'clock with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino, another edition of Trident Talk. Harwich taking down Brewster yesterday in dramatic fashion. A 10-2 emphatic victory over the Whitecaps at home in a complete game from start to finish, Luke.
Start to finish, and the thing that comes to mind for me is offensive explosion. The pitching was fantastic. Harwich only used 2 arms, but that's something we've been accustomed to seeing this entire summer now. Dressler, the ace for Harwich, and he proved it last night. 5 innings of 1-run baseball. Scott Doran came in for the final 4, finished up the game with 1-run baseball on his own. But when we talk about the offense, every single guy reached in the order. So many different guys with multi-RBI games. The extra base hits, they came in bunches. It was all Harwich last night. But you got to flip the script. It's a new game. The score of last night does not matter anymore. You got to close out Brewster on the road turf tonight.
You talked about a lot of guys in the lineup yesterday with some RBI knocks, and one of those guys being Sam DiCarlo. He's making the switch from second base to shortstop today, but that's off of an unfortunate event yesterday. Tanner Marsh looked a little bit banged up as he went to first base. Looked like he was hobbling a little bit, so he's not in the lineup today. Talked to him, he said he's going to need a couple of days to really reset and reevaluate how he's going to go attacking the rest of this postseason. But that's another blow to the lineup, Luke, and now you got Aiden Robbins and Tanner Marsh sidelined with some injuries. How do the Mariners step up, and how does Sam DiCarlo fit that role on the left side of the infield?
Well, it's got to be the ticket that's really led Harwich to now this momentum that started outside of the postseason, now into it after a dominant win last night. It's these new guys coming in and being a spark. Garrity's been getting on base. Whenever Harwich has been in a 2-out, runner in scoring position, RBI chance, Patrick Foltz has been that guy. Ernie Echeverria gets his first playoff start tonight. Michael Elko still looking for his first hit for Harwich. He's in the 9-hole. So the new guys got to step up. Defensively, I am a little bit, not going to say worried, but interested in how this Mariner infield will operate. At the start of the summer, you maybe had the best defensive shortstop in the league, and Maddox Maloney going every day. D. Kennedy had played shortstop. Both of those guys are no longer with the Mariners. So now you're trying out Sam DiCarlo, who is a shortstop inside of the Big Ten, played it at Washington, but has not played it in the Cape Cod Baseball League this summer, and it's the postseason. You need your shortstop to be the quarterback of your defense.
You talked about the new faces, Sam DiCarlo making the switch over to shortstop for the first time this summer. Obviously, he's had the experience at school, but a little bit of difference here on the Cape. So a lot of moving pieces, and it's all going to be coming up against the Brewster Whitecaps team that's just 1 game away, 1 loss away from ending their summer. Luke, I don't expect this team to just roll over and take a loss. It's going to be a hard-fought game from start to finish.
Absolutely. Brewster was just silenced the last 2 times they've played the Mariners. The scoring differential in those 2 contests is 17-3. Harwich has pounced on them, and then their pitching has dominated throughout. I do not expect Brewster to roll over and quit, like you said. This is a team who has hit well for power this entire summer. That is their calling card. And it's just up to the Whitecaps if they can try and get to the Harwich starter, Gianni Gambardella. I would say a lot of importance on the Mariners playing a clean game defensively tonight. If they don't make errors, if they turn double plays, if they throw strikes with their pitchers on the mound, I think the Mariners sweep the Whitecaps tonight.
Mariners trying to bring out the brooms and advance to the second round of the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs here this afternoon. We hope that you join us on the Mariners Radio Network at 4 o'clock.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bats.
Last summer, we raised the trophy. This summer, we defend it. Every pitch, every swing, every drop of sweat, it all leads to one thing: history.
The Harwich Mariners
This is the
are Cape League champions.
title push.
Second, marches there, goes to first, double play by the Mariners.
Bouncer down the third baseline, fair ball.
There to flash the leather, he goes to second, to throw down to first, double play for the Mariners.
Payoff pitch, swing, and a miss, strike three.
Swing and a line drive towards left center field, set down for extra
Ground
bases.
ball, it gets through!
Swing and a miss, strike three.
Here we go. We welcome you back to Stony Brook Field. First pitch just a few moments away. The Mariners trying to eliminate the Whitecaps here in round one of the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. The Cape Cod Baseball League is delighted to welcome Reeder's Hardwood Supply as the presenting sponsor of the 2025 Cape League playoffs. As a local family-run business with deep roots on Cape Cod, Reeder's Hardwood Supply brings its commitment to craftsmanship and community to the most exciting aspect of the summer baseball season. Thank you to Jim and Paula Reeder for their continued support of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Jamie Shevchek looks to bounce back in the win column. The Mariners have had the Whitecaps number 5-1-1 this summer. Steve Englert going out with this starting order with Nico Brini leading things off, the center fielder. Jake Coonan batting second today, had a home run and a double yesterday. A big-time performance from Jake Coonan, a.k.a. Rake Coonan, as Luke and I like to say here on the broadcast. He's been swinging a hot bat right around 260. He's batting second to left fielder. Batting third, Ryan Garrity, the right fielder. 4, 5, and 6, Matt Conti DHing today. Pat Fultz, third base. Sam DiCarlo moving from second base yesterday to shortstop, the position that he primarily played at Washington this past school year. 7, 8, 9 for the Mariners, Kyle Wolf, first base. Ernie Echeverria catching, and Michael Elko playing second. On the mound for the Whitecaps, Edwin Alicea, the rising junior from South Florida, transferring there from Nova Southeastern. The left-hander stands on the mound at 6'5", 235 pounds. And that lefty matchup, Luke, is something that has given the Mariners some problems this summer, batting a .226 average. That's second to last on the Cape.
Absolutely. Alicea is one of those guys that transferring in from a higher division school, D2 at Nova Southeastern, coming into D1 in USF, and he's stopping by the Cape. He's done a nice job. That ERA at 2.7. The strikeout numbers are about 1 per inning, and he's really kept the walks down. So Harwich is going to have to be ready to hit. A weird stack tonight, an interesting stack up against a left-handed pitcher. You see Coonan batting second. Yes, he's delivered, but it's more for the sake of the matchups early on in this game.
4 lefties in Steve Englert's order today as Nico Brini gets set from the left side. Lefty on lefty, first pitch. Fastball on the outer edge for strike one. We are underway here in Brewster, 4:05. First pitch, 74 degrees. You can hear the wind blowing into our microphones, a breeze that's taking us from home to center field. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another low fastball for strike two to Nico Brini. Alicea making his third start on the rubber this summer. Looks to put away Brini. Comes set. The 2-strike pitch. Hard hit ground ball down the first base line. Brendan Lawson hauls it in at the face. A bang play, and Brini's in diving. What a way to start the game for Brini. A ground ball that pulled Lawson to his right away from the first base bag. A nice reactionary play as he got the glove up towards his face to haul it in. Alicea sprinted off the mound to cover the bag, but by the time the ball was underhanded to him, Brini was already there.
Simply a race between the 6'5", 235 Alicea and the Mariners speedster leadoff hitter in Brini. Brini's going to win that race every time. But how about summer ball and going in head first to first base? These guys are ready to play tonight.
Jay Coonan from the right side. They check on Brini back at first. He's back standing.
Gino, this is both of our first summers here in the Cape calling games, and we know how high level the talent can be, how intense these matchups are. But when you get to the postseason, there truly is a different feel like there is in the college season.
You can feel the buzz both at Harwich yesterday and Brewster today. First pitch to Coonan. On the inner edge for strike one, another fastball.
I would say it's a little bit more of a nervous buzz around here at Stony Brook Field. Nobody wants it to be their last game of the summer, but the Whitecaps have to face it tonight. It is win or go home.
Brini second on the team in stolen bags with 12. We'll let you know if he goes. Here's the 0-1. Pitch just off the inside, right at the waist of Coonan. Nico Brini with a nice game yesterday, 2 for 5. He had 2 doubles to end his time at the plate. He's now got 11 extra base hits this summer. The 1-1 to Coonan. It's the inner edge for strike two. Another fastball from Alicea. He's been dealing strikes early, Luke.
That's what he does. He pounds the zone. He's only walked 4 batters in over 13 innings of action on the Cape.
The 2-strike pitch to Coonan. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That off speed, low and away. Coonan was swinging in the dirt that time and came up with nothing. There's one gone in the top of the first. Brini still on first after that leadoff single. Out comes Ryan Garrity. If you talk to anyone on this Mariners team, they talk about how much of an impact he has made. As they check on Brini back at first, it gets away from Lawson. The ball rolls towards the Mariner dugout, but Brini stays put. Garrity in his 6th game as a Mariner this summer. 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, 3 stolen bags. He's also wearing number 3 for the Mariners. First pitch. This is outside with the fastball. Garrity from Franklin, Massachusetts. Someone that grew up wanting to play here on Cape Cod. Now that he's got the opportunity, he's made the most. 1-0. Brini takes off for second, pitches inside. The throw down to second, not in time. Curse was covering the bag from short. That throw from Gerald got away from him, and Brini takes second diving. That's his 13th stolen bag this summer.
Good pitch to run on. High IQ base runner. Now, once again, a second game in the postseason, the Mariners with a first inning RBI opportunity.
Here's the 2-0 to Garrity. Curveball drips in there for strike one, right on the top part of the zone. Brini leads off of second. 2-1 the count to Garrity with just one gone in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Curse with the back pick, throws to first. It pulls away Lawson from the bag, and Garrity is safe. Garrity singles. Good part of the infield with the shift, bringing Kearse closer to the second base bag. That ball almost split the third baseman Mikalakis and Kearse and got into the outfield, but Kearse made a nice play to haul it in. But as his body was taking him away from first, tough play for him to make. First pitch to the righty, Matt Conti, is low and inside, gets away from Gerald. He scoops it up and looks the runners back to their respective bases.
I mean, the beauty of having Brini and Garrity night in and night out in the top three of this Harwich batting order. They're fast, they put the ball in play, they drive in runs when they need to, but it's any ball hit in any sort of hole in the infield is turning into an infield hit, and in the opening innings, the defenses aren't always ready to go.
The 1-0. This is inside with the fastball.
I mean, Garrity puts it in that hole in between short and third. That is a base hit every single time, Gino. Same for Brini.
You're right. Brini and Garrity, two of the premier base stealers on this team. We'll let you know if either of them take off, as the 2-0 is just off high and tight. The defense for the Whitecaps in the outfield, Dalton Wenson left, Adam Magpock at center, Brody Delamalier in right. We'll get to the infield after this next pitch. 3-0 the count to Conti with runners on first and second and just one out. Conti shows bunt, the pitch comes home. Fastball right down the middle for strike one as Conti took the bunt away.
Conti just bluffing bunt there, trying to get Alisea to throw a fourth consecutive ball.
Maddox Mikalakis at third, Carson Kearse at short, Colton Coates at second, Brendan Lawson at first. Catching is Jacob Gerald. As Brini takes off for third, Alisea comes off the mound, throws to the third baseman Mikalakis. Brini tries to retreat to second. He is tagged out. A nice fake from Alisea as he caught Brini taken off for third. And Mikalakis ran down Brini on his way back to second and applied the tag. There's two gone in the top of the first. Throw back to first, Garrity is back standing.
Harwich has been aggressive on the bases this summer, ranked third in stolen bags on the Cape, Gino, but as of late, I don't know if I necessarily agree with the decisions on when to send guys and when to not send them.
It's definitely been questionable at times. They throw back to first, Garrity takes off for second, the throw to second, the tag, got him! Wow! It's a nice pickoff move from Alisea. He doesn't do too much, but he catches two, trying to take off. That one, Garrity put his head down, grinded it out to second. Lawson, the first baseman, received the ball from Alisea and threw down to Kearse, who applied the tag. That's going to end the frame. The Mariners had two, but both of them being tagged out. We head to the home half, still scoreless here in Brewster. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
We welcome you back to Stony Brook Field here in Brewster. After the top of the first, the Mariners had 2 hits, had 2 aboard in Ryan Garrity and Nico Brini, but Brini was tagged out on his way to third in a steal attempt, and then Garrity was tagged out on a steal attempt to second. So Luke, you got 2 hits to begin the ball game. You have your cleanup hitter Matt Conti up to bat, and 2 steal attempts just getting tagged out.
I'm not going to say it's inexcusable, Gino, but for a team that's coming off 12 hits last night, you scored 10 runs, your cleanup hitter is up. It's the first inning. What are the guys atop the order supposed to do? Get on base. And a 3-1 count, one more pitch outside of the zone, the bases are juiced, everybody advances regardless. And you don't even give Conti an opportunity to swing the bat. I understand being aggressive in the postseason, using your strengths, the Mariners' speed, but not sure if I agree with that Steve Engler decision in the opening frame.
Adam Magpok from the left side for the Whitecaps. First pitch. Fastball hits the outer lower corner for strike 1. Pat Foltz, the third baseman, playing the infield grass. Magpok, the left-hander, against the righty Gambardella. The 0-1. This is in the dirt. Ball 1. The Whitecaps order for today: Adam Magpok batting first, the center fielder. Switch hitter can either go from the left side or the right. Brendan Lawson following him, the first baseman, the lefty. The 1-1 comes home to Magpok, sails high. Batting third is Dalton Wentz, the left fielder, also a switch hitter. The Whitecaps with 3 switch hitters in their lineup. We'll get to 4, 5, and 6 after this next pitch. Here's the 2-1 from Gambardella. Fouled straight back over the press box that sits right behind home plate. 4, 5, and 6 for the Whitecaps. It's Maddox Mikalakis, the third baseman. Brody Delamalier, the right fielder. Carson Kirst, shortstop. 7, 8, 9, Carson Tinney, the DH. Colton Coates, second base. And Jacob Gerald, the catcher. Here's the 2-2. Sliced at, a soft grounder to second. Elko hauls it and throws out Magpok at first. A low breaking ball that time from Gambardella that Magpok golfed at. It was a slow roller to second. Elko waited, hauled it in, and that was a close play because Magpok's got the speed. He's got 27 stolen bags this summer. That's the most on the Cape. That just goes to show how fast he is. First pitch to the lefty, Lawson. Ground ball, same spot. Elko hauls it in at the infield grass and throws him out at first. Back-to-back 4-3s.
That's Gianni's game right there, Gino. He's not going to overpower you with the strikeout stuff. He pitches to contact. He trusts his defense. And that's what's led him to a sparkling 2.55 earned run average. He's been here the entire summer and kind of been a perfect second punch coming off Dressler as the ace last night. Gambardella, completely different style. Low 90s fastball, not overpowering, but simply just eats up innings and gets outs.
First pitch to the lefty, Dalton Wentz. This is low and away. Well, let's see who's backing Gambardella today. It's Jake Coonan in left, Nico Brini at center, Ryan Garrity at third. Gambardella comes set on the mound. Here's the 1-0. Spiked at the plate, foul. Pat Foltz at third, Sam DiCarlo at second. He played shortstop, or rather, he played second yesterday. He's at shortstop today. Michael Elko at second, Kyle Wolf at first. Catching is Ernie Echeverria. 1-1 the count to Dalton Wentz. From the left side, Gambardella kicks and fires. In there for strike 2. Gambardella, rising senior from Maine. Stands on the mound at 6'2", 210 pounds. The 2-strike pitch. Low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder for Brewster.
For Brewster tonight, the difference is going to be the offense. Do they show up? They have been non-existent the last 2 meetings against the Mariners. Harwich outscoring the Whitecaps 17-3.
It's impressive stuff. Here's the 2-2. Ricochets in the dirt, gets away from Echeverria as he tried to haul it in after the first hop. Race for the ball behind home plate between the 2 ball boys, and Harwich comes away with it. Getting a little physical out there, too, a little shove. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses low, ball 4. So that's what we talked about. with Gambardella as Wentz trots to first off the free bag. Gambardella making his 5th start this summer. He comes into today a 2.55 ERA in 24 2/3 innings. He's got just 13 strikeouts, so he doesn't really have that put-away stuff, Luke. So the Whitecaps, they got to be ready to hit. Maddox Mikalakis from the left side with Wentz on first. 2 gone. First pitch. High heater, misses outside.
Gianni has one of the lowest whips in the Cape, a 1.18 coming into tonight. So for a guy who doesn't strike out a whole lot of batters, he does not walk many hitters, and he also doesn't give up many hits. Just a lot of contact and softly in the infield.
1-0 is golf straight back.
You look at scorebooks from when Gambardella starts games, a lot of ground outs, a lot of tappers, the hits he gives up, sometimes infield or bunt singles. He's just a guy that trusts his stuff. It may not be, the most fun to watch in the entire world, but he gets his defense involved and he cruises.
Here's the 1-1. This is high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gambardella, he's also someone that can go for the distance. Last time on the mound, back on July 29th against Orleans, went 5 innings, gave up just 4 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And he's got to attack the strike zone. His strength this entire summer is walking about 1 batter every 4 innings or so. That's Gianni's go-to, where he just pounds the strike zone and you have to get consecutive hits off of him to beat him, and no one really has.
3-1. Smashed into right. Garrity going back to the wall. He leaps and it drops on the other side. A 2-run shot from Maddox Mikalakis. The Whitecaps take a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
2 out walks, Gino. They have murdered the Mariners this summer.
Mikalakis with his 2nd home run this summer, and it's a big one. The Whitecaps 12-5-1 this summer when they strike first.
But then you look back to the top half of this inning. First and second, 1 out.
First pitch to the righty, Delamalier. This one's pushed down the right field line, and it drops foul.
Kind of a chance to give your 2 hottest RBI bats in the lineup, Conti and Foltz behind him, opportunities with runners on, and you run into 2 outs on the bases. Then the Whitecaps strike first in the home half.
The 0-1, line drive into right center, down for a hit. Brody Delamalier with a 2-out single, his team up 2-0. And the Whitecaps getting the offense going early in this game.
Harwich is going to have to battle tonight. We knew that Brewster wasn't just going to defend their home field, roll over, and call it quits on a summer. This is a team that was the best team in Cape Cod at the All-Star break. They were win-loss for a solid stretch down the later stages, and Jamie Shevchuk has been here before. John Schiffner in their dugout has been here before. They know how to get their guys ready to play.
Carson Kearse digs in from the right side. First pitch, fastball at 89 from Gambardella on the inner edge for strike 1. The Mariners with 2 outs this summer, something that they've got to really make sure they are closing the door. The 0-1. Popped them up and out of play, straight back from home. It's back-to-back groundouts to start this frame from Magpok and Lawson. Wentz reached off a walk, and then Maddox Mikalakis with a 2-run blast into right. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball to short. DiCarlo dives, hauls it in, throws to second. It's not in time. Delamalier in sliding with his right foot first. The Whitecaps, Luke, doing exactly what they needed to do today.
Kind of looks like the Mariners last night. Now a lengthy 2-out rally after the first 2 guys were put away. Start this game thinking low scoring, and now they're hitting the ball hard. I will say a good sign on that hit. DiCarlo made a fantastic play to keep that ball in front at shortstop. Almost actually got the lead runner on the force play at second. It's his first start of the summer at that position.
First pitch to the righty, Carson Tinney misses low. DiCarlo playing shortstop at Washington this past year. But you're right, Luke, the first time he has played at that spot this summer. But he looks like he's been there a while. Here's the 1-0. It's the inner edge for strike one. Carson Tinney in a great spot. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Tinney with 4 home runs this summer. Had a home run the last time he played against the Mariners. As the 1-1 skips in the dirt, gets away from Echeverria, and advances both runners.
I wouldn't hate for the pitching coach, Hunter Dilworth, to come out and just try and calm down Gianni right now. Sometimes it can be off-putting. When you get the first 2 outs, you're like, all right, the playoffs. I've done this all year. I'm going to dominate again tonight. And then a walk, a no-doubt home run, back-to-back hits. You're behind a home run hitter in Tinney, 2-1.
The 2-1. Called a ball upstairs.
Big pitch here. Tinney's only hitting $165 on the summer. He has 4 home runs. It's about 30% of his total hits as a Brewster Whitecap.
That's impressive. Here's the 3-1. Smacked foul. Right down the third base line. Carson Tinney, 6'3", 220 pounds, but he is just straight muscle. Payoff pitch to Tinney. Ground ball left side. DiCarlo hauls it in at short, and there's no throw. Delamelier scores, Curse into third. It's an RBI single for Carson Tinney. And here comes Hunter Dilworth with his team down 3-0 in the opening frame. It's like what you said, Luke. You just want to go out there and calm your starter down.
It's now 4 consecutive hits, Gino. It's one of those things where you got to give credit to the guys who have had unbelievable regular seasons, but when you do put out a pitcher who doesn't really have that 2-strikeout swing and miss stuff, you're taking the risk. Not to say Gianni hasn't earned the start, absolutely should be the second guy to start a postseason game, but you are taking the risk of really incorporating your defense, and right now, I'm not going to say it's luck, Brewster's hitting the ball hard, but 3 infield hits in this inning. Tinney, a catcher, does not run well on the most recent infield hit that led to an RBI. DiCarlo didn't even make a throw. Maybe the right decision, but if that's Maddox Maloney at short, if that's Tanner Marsh at short, that's a play that the Mariners have made this summer. Although it would have been spectacular, they're missing their guys tonight, and you can see it in the first inning.
Mariners trying to get out of this frame. Down 3-0, runners on the corners for the Whitecaps. Colton Coates steps up to the plate from the left side. Righty on lefty. First offering. Misses low.
Gianni is strictly throwing pitches on the lower portion and below of the strike zone right now. It's not great to see. When you throw the fastball around 91, it is a little bit worrisome if you throw it at the letters to these Cape League hitters, but that's where he's had success.
1-0. This one pushed into left, opposite direction, down in shallow left for a base hit that scores Curse. The parade to the plate continues for the Whitecaps. They are up 4-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. They have scored all 4 of their runs with 2 gone.
I think it might just be time to go get him, Gino. There's so much game left. 4 runs seems like a lot, but
you don't want to make it worse. Here's Jacob Jarrell from the right side. Runners on first and second. Pops this one up foul. Mariners in the month of July, 2-6 when they give up 3 or more runs in the first 3 innings.
one of those wins came right here at Stony Brook Field.
Deal 1. Ground ball to third. Foltz hauls it in and touches third to record the final out of the frame. So the damage has been done. Still plenty of time left to get back in this ball game, but the Mariners, they got to start as soon as possible in front of the Whitecaps crowd. They're down 4-0 here at Stony Brook Field. We'll be back on the other side of this break right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
The Mariners down 4-0 after the first inning here at Stony Brook Field. We welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. What looked like just a casual frame by the Mariner defense. They recorded groundouts on Magpok and Lawson to start the bottom of the first, but then a walk to Wentz, a two-run homer from Mikalakis, followed by a single from Delamalier, a single from Curse, brought home from Tinney and Coates. And just like that, the Whitecaps coming out strong. Matt Conti leading things off for the Mariners from the right side. First pitch. Off to the inside, right at the chest of Conti for ball one. 4-5-6 due up for Harwich. Conti, the DH in today's game, followed by Pat Foltz on deck, the third baseman. The 1-0. Ball outside. 2-0 the count to Conti. DiCarlo in the hole. He's the shortstop. Lefty on righty. Edwin Alisea kicks and fires the 2-0. Another fastball that misses low. 3-0 the count to Matt Conti. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, ball four.
That almost just makes the way the Mariners ended the top of the first that much more frustrating. The left-hander Edwin Alisea does not want to pitch to Matt Conti. He was behind 3-1 in the opening inning. Mariners left 2 outs on the bases. Now a 4-pitch walk to kick off the second. So explain to me, Gino, why when you're 1 pitch away, when Alisea can't challenge Conti, you would run in a double steal situation in a 3-ball count.
First pitch to lefty Pat Foltz. Push the other way into left. Dolt charges and hauls it in right at the face for the first out.
A 3-1 count where a guy like Alisea, who throws a fastball 65% of the time, also not a great pitch to run on.
Sam DiCarlo up to bat, but you're right, some questionable moves by the Mariners to start this game. Nico Brini and Ryan Garrity both tagged out on the base paths. DiCarlo with Conti on first. First pitch, ground ball to third. Maddox Mikalakis dives, hauls it in at the infield grass. He can't stand up and make a play. So DiCarlo reaches off an infield single. That puts runners on first and second for Harwich with 1 gone in the top of the second. Mariners down by 4 to the Whitecaps.
This is a big inning for the Mariners. If you can just scratch 1, get 2 back, cut this lead in half, you kind of say to Brewster, sure, you had a nice inning. We won yesterday. We're still playing a little bit more free than the Whitecaps. The Mariner pitching has given us no reason to expect them to pitch shutout baseball, or shut down baseball at least from here on out. So it's up to Harwich's offense to show some fight in the opening innings.
First pitch to the righty, Wolf, ground ball, finds the gap in the infield, gets out into left. Dalton Wentz charges, scoops it up. Conti with the stop sign at third. Bases loaded for the Mariners with just one gone.
These bats are hot, Gino. That's the 4th hit, and the Mariners have only made 4 outs tonight. You're coming off a dozen hits last night at home in the opening game of this postseason series. This is not a lineup that I would want to be seeing. Granted, for the Whitecaps, putting up a 4 spot in the first inning is definitely the way to start off against a team who's swinging it well. But it's these runners in scoring position opportunities, especially with no or one out, where Harwich has struggled. Just got to put bat on ball and drive one to the outfield.
Ernie Echeverria from the right side. First pitch. Stares at a fastball high for ball 1. Echeverria and Elko, who's on deck. 2 newcomers in this Mariner team still looking for their first hits. What a time that would be to get that right now. Here's the 1-0. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. 89 from Alicea. Bases loaded, Mariners down by 4. Big spot for the rising sophomore out of UPenn. Echeverria digs in from the right side. Lefty on righty, here's the 1-1. Chopper to the mound, and a nice play from Alicea. He hauls it in, throws to home. There's 1, and the throw to first, there's 2. Wow. A double play for the Whitecaps with the bases loaded for the Mariners. They're still with a 0 on the scoreboard, down 4-0. We head to the home half of the second right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts, they'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
The Mariners had the bases loaded with 1 out in the top of the second, but a double play induced by Ernie Echeverria ends the frame with the Mariners still with a goose egg on the scoreboard. Down 4-0, we welcome you back to Stony Brook Field. Time now for the home half of the second. Top of the order due up for the Whitecaps. It's Adam Magpok leading things off. Pat Foltz, the third baseman, plays in the infield grass. Magpok grounded out his last time at the plate. First pitch. Off speed, hits the outer edge for strike 1. Gambardella gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. His first frame on the mound today. Righty on lefty, the 0-1. Magpok shows bunt, taps it down the first base side. Gambardella charges, scoops it up, and loses it. In and out of his glove, and Magpok is safe at first. Just unfortunate, Luke.
Yeah, Magpok just puts so much pressure on the defense when he can get a good bunt down because his speed. He just bolts up the line, and Gambardella thought he had the ball before it was in his glove. Trickles down the line into foul ground. Now Magpok's at first, and I bet you he would not be there for long.
Lawson from the left side, first pitch. Misses low. Echeverria rose because Magpok looked like he was taken off for second. Echeverria behind the dish was ready to try and make a play. Magpok with 27 stolen bags this summer. The 1-0. This is inside at the knees of Lawson. Ball 2. This 1-2 punch at the top of the order for the Whitecaps has been so critical in the success for the Whitecaps. The 2-0. Down the middle for strike one, a fastball from Gambardella.
Gino, it's the postseason. It's a 3-game series. Giving up 6 hits now. I would at least start thinking of getting someone moving.
Gambardella comes set. The 2-1. High and away with the fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brendan Lawson.
Gianni's just not really challenging hitters right now, and that's his entire game. Gambardella has hardly been behind in any count this summer when he's had his best stuff.
The 3-1. Chopper that home plate umpire Jake Brichta rules foul. It was rolling down the first base side, but it ricocheted off the leg of Lawson. So a 3-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the second. Mariners down 4-0 to the Whitecaps. Magpok on first. Gambardella comes set. Here's the payoff. Magpok takes off for second. This one is skied into center. Nico Brini takes a few steps to his right and is called off by the left fielder Jake Coonan. With Magpok retreating to first, there's 1 gone in the bottom of the second.
That's more like it. It's that soft contact, those weak pop-outs, the dribbler ground balls. I will say, Gambardella and this Mariner defense, Brewster's just putting it in tough spots to make plays right now. They're up to 4 infield hits. That's 4 of their 6 hits have either come on a bunt or a dribbler into the right spot.
Mariner infield has got to be ready to go. There's no doubt about it. Dalton Wentz from the left side. Magpok takes off for second. The throw is way over the head as the pitch missed on the inside. Magpok goes into third, and there's no attempt to throw out Magpok. He is so fast. Magpok took off for second after the first pitch missed on the inside, like I was saying. Echeverria stood up. Magpok was already a few steps from reaching. Then he fired, was well high, got into the outfield, and Magpok took another free bat. He's on third. Here's the 1-0 to Wentz. Golf down the right field line, down for a hit. Magpok strolls home as Wentz rounds past first. He dives into second. It's an RBI double for the Whitecaps as they tack on one more. 5-0 Whitecaps lead over the Mariners in the bottom of the second.
Sloppy right now, Gino. That's the way I would put it. Sloppy. Not a very good decision at all to even throw down to second. Magpok had that base stolen. The pitch was a good pitch to run on. Echeverria rifles it into center field. And then you're already in a tough position as Gambardella. You're behind 2-1. The best hitter on this Whitecap team. You got to throw him a strike. And he nails one down the line. This is a tough start for Harwich.
Maddox Mikalakis from the left side with Wentz on second. The first pitch. Down the middle for strike one. We talked about the last 2 meetings between these 2 teams, Luke. It was important for the top of the order for the Whitecaps to really get going. And it seems like today they have come out ready to go. The 0-1 swung at and missed.
So nothing has really looked good. The Mariners have gotten hits, not at the right time. They've left runners on the bases, sloppy. They've not made plays we've seen them make in the infield this summer, sloppy. The decision making.
The 0-2. This one is popped straight back. Foul ball.
It'll be the last time I say it, though, Gino, in these opening innings. I just cannot fathom the importance of coming out here and keeping this a ball game at 5 runs. Gambardella is having a tough time finding the strike zone. When he does, it's been a lot of loud contact. You have so many arms available.
The 0-2. This is outside, ball 1.
That's the beauty of coming into tonight and winning in the fashion the way that the Mariners did. You used 2 pitchers in a 9-inning domination. That entire bullpen is well rested off a day off, well rested off a Chatham game where you only use 4 pitchers.
1-2. Again, outside. But you're right. You got to use that to your advantage.
And it's not going to be used to your advantage if this gets to a 6, 7, 8-run lead and so on in the early innings. Then you're just going up guys to try and chew out innings.
You're right. The 2-2. This is high. That's 3 straight balls from Gambardella.
That's a perfect example. He gets ahead 0-2. That's Gianni's team. And he's just kind of picked around. And that's easy to do when you've now given up 7 hits and 5 runs and haven't played a complete 2 innings.
Payoff pitch to Mikalakis. High, ball 4. Four straight pitches that miss the zone from Gambardella. He stares down at the mound. Does not look like himself. Runners on first and second for the Whitecaps with still just 1 out. Echeverria comes out from behind the dish to talk things over with his starting pitcher. Gives him a pat and says, we're good. Let's get out of this. But you talked about you don't want to wait and late to start burning arms because then you're just kind of burning innings. That's kind of like what happened with the Whitecaps yesterday. So we resume action. Brody DeLamelliere from the right side. First pitch. Ground ball past the mound. Gets to second. Elko can't haul it in. A routine play. As he went to scoop it up, bobbled it. Dirt again as he was looking to make a play at second with Mikalakis taken off. Now the bases are loaded with just 1 out. So rule that in E4 for the Mariners. Bases loaded for the Whitecaps. Here's Carson Kearse from the right side. The pitch. This is high and inside for ball 1.
You're a base hit away right here, a gapper away, a long ball away from, I think, this game getting away.
The 1-0. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes with just 1 out. In the bottom of the second, bases loaded. Whitecaps up 5-0 over the Mariners. Here's the 2-0. Popped him up down the first base line. Kyle Wolf in foul territory over towards the dugout. Makes the catch. It's a big out. 2 gone. With Carson Tinney up to bat. Tinney had an RBI single his last time up. He's the man responsible, ending what would have been a no-hitter for the Mariners in the second to last game of the regular season. In the top of the 9th, Tinney had a home run. The only hit in
Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. And then the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 350 cities and towns in.
We welcome you back into playoff baseball at Stony Brook Field. It has been all Brewster in Game 2 of the East Divisional Playoff Series. The Mariners won last night 10-2, but the Whitecaps start this one. It's 6-0. And just about time for the top of the 3rd inning here on the road. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, Harwich has gotten hits off the Brewster starter, Edwin Alicea. 4 hits. They've walked twice. but they've left runners on base, and especially defensively, they have struggled to start this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, this bottom two of the order for the Mariners, I mean, Echeverria and Elko, two guys that are new, but they're still looking for their first hits. I mean, it doesn't help that you had the bases loaded in the top of the second last time out, and Echeverria grounded into a double play. So this got to be better.
Elko digs in for the first time tonight. A left-on-left matchup. First pitch popped up. Third base side. The shortstop Curse calls off Mikalakis. He runs towards the line and makes a play that was probably tougher than it needed to be. 1 out on 1 pitch for the Mariners to start inning number 3. It is windy up there. You can tell. You can feel it down here. I'm sure our listeners at home can hear it in our crowd microphone posted up right behind home plate. It's more of a gusty breeze. It's not consistent. There's not an exact direction that it's been blowing to or blowing towards this entire afternoon, now turning into night. But if we can feel it down here, it must be a lot more up high. First pitch fastball right down the middle to Brini, 0-1. Lineup turns over the second time through, starting in the third inning. Harwich just trying to get something going. Got to take out the scoreboard at this point. Take it 1 inning at a time. So much baseball to be played. The 0-1. Right on the outside upper corner, 0-2. Brini didn't offer at another fastball, and Ali Saya working with some pace now in the third. Nico had 2 doubles last night, was hitting the ball hard. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ali Saya went to the slider and rung up Brini. He was reaching for that one.
You got to give credit to Ali Saya. It seems like when the offense for the Whitecaps comes to life, the pitching follows suit. It's usually the opposite for the Mariners, but you got to feel for Ali Saya because, you know, now that pressure is taken off your back, you can just go out there and deal.
2 outs, nobody on for Jake Coonan. Left on right matchup, Ali Saya comes home. First pitch, swing and a miss at the fastball right at the knees. 0-1 the count. Harwich has had 2 hits in both of the opening innings. It was an inning-ending bases-loaded double play from Echeverria to end the second. The 0-1 is a little bit too tall, 1 ball and 1 strike. In the first inning, there was Mariners on first and second with just 1 out, and Nico Brini was caught stealing on a pickoff move from Ali Saya, and then a pitch later, he caught the runner at first with 2 outs, Garrity stealing in the same way, 1-1. Fastball in on Coonan, 2-1. Garrity on deck if we get there. Still plenty of baseball to play at Stony Brook Field, but the Whitecaps have shown out and come to play on the brink of elimination at home. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded foul right into the Brewster dugout, 2-2. Gino, what do you think it's going to take for Harwich?
They just need 1. They just need to get that monkey off their back, and once they do, you can start building off of it.
Scored 10 runs last night. 2-2. Liner, 1 hops to short. A pick from Curse, a throw across the diamond. He made the play. Carson Curse, fantastic at shortstop. The Mariners go down in order. And that's the top of the third. Brewster 6, Harwich nothing. We head to the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Playoff baseball in Brewster. For the first time this summer, the Whitecaps host a postseason game, and they're on the brink of elimination. But it's safe to say that in front of the home crowd, the Whitecaps have come to play. Brewster leads Harwich 6-0, and we're just starting the home half of inning number 3. 9-1-2 due up for the Whitecaps. Gerald digs in. The 9-hole hitting catcher. A left-on-right matchup with Chmielewski. First offering, fastball up and away, 1-0. So the start for Gianni Gambardella, an inning and 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned, walked 2 and did not strike out a batter, the 1-0. Breaking ball in on the shins, 2 balls and no strikes to Gerald.
This is where the Mariners need to find that second gear, their defense, and from there you can build off that.
2-0. Fastball right on the outside corner. A big strike one in this at-bat. So the task for Chmielewski is straightforward. Take the scoreboard out of play. You can't put on runs for the Mariners, but you got to keep this deficit at 6. The 2-1. Fastball down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to the .74 hitter, Jacob Gerald. Left on right matchup, the Clemson catcher gears up. The 3-1. Popped him up towards short. Coming in is DiCarlo. He calls off all the other Mariners. In on the infield grass, 1 out in the Brewster third. A guy like Chmielewski, a grad student, Gino, he knows his job.
I was just going to say, I mean, this is a guy that he's experienced. Got beat up last time he started against Katuitt, but this is somebody that has consistently been solid for the Mariners this summer. He's been to the Cape for more than just this season, right? He knows the talent level. He's got to execute.
First pitch to Magpok. Fastball too tall, 1-0. Magpok, the speedy center fielder for Brewster. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He started that long rally in the second inning. 8 of the Whitecaps hit on a bunt single. Came around to score. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, skied down the right field line. Running after it is Garrity, up against the line and makes the play. Caught it in foul territory, quickly 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Ryan Garrity, you talk about Magpok's speed, able to cover ground. Magpok's been here all summer, so he's just been a talent to watch. But Garrity, now into his 2nd week on the Cape, and he's right there with him. That first step is just quick, it's twitchy. Tracks that one down. 2 outs and nobody on for the left-handed hitting Brendan Lawson. First pitch, swing and a miss. Lawson was reaching, pretty much running down the first base line. No luck with that one, 0-1. Lawson 0 for 2 tonight, one of just 2 Whitecaps that haven't reached base. The 0-1 is a little bit inside. Chmielewski shakes his head, smiles, looks at the Mariner dugout, then laughs again. He hated that call. Jake Brichta calling balls and strikes behind the plate. It's a 1-1 count to Lawson. Chewy. Ground ball foul the other direction. Chmielewski gets ahead 1-2. We spent a lot of time recently, Gino, talking to Tom Chmielewski. He grew up coming to Cape Cod. Even as a kid, his grandparents had a place down here. Went to Cape League games, and now is a grad student at UNC, living out his dream, the 1-2, downstairs, 2-2. He was here last summer as well.
Right.
He's kind of a veteran of Cape Cod.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Trying to use that experience here. His team down by 6.
2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went to the slider, and it worked. Chmielewski puts the red-hot Whitecaps down in order. For the first time tonight, a scoreless inning for the Harwich defense. We head to inning number 4. Brewster leads 6-0 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, Cat is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source.
Welcome back to Stony Brook Field in Brewster. The Whitecaps lead the Mariners 6-0. We welcome you in to Game 2 of the East Divisional Playoff Series. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Mariners to start the 4th inning. It's been scoreless baseball so far from Edwin Alicea, the Whitecaps starting pitcher. What have you seen from him tonight, Gio?
He's been pounding the zone, and you know, you got to give him credit because now that his offense has gotten its lead.
First pitch to Garrity in the dirt.
You know, you talked about, you know, with Dressler yesterday when his offense prevailed and put a few runs on the board, you take a comfortable lead. Now all of a sudden your job as a pitcher becomes a little bit more easy, I guess you could say.
1-0 is high with the fastball. Garrity stares at 2 pitches outside of the strike zone.
Because now you're not worried about not giving up a run. You can just pitch confidently.
Alicea set, the 2-0. Fastball lands on the inside upper corner. Garrity looks at home plate umpire Jake Brichta, said that was out. Brichta said that was there. 2-1. Liner into center. Magpok chasing now stops. And Garrity hit it right at the Brewster center fielder. That ball was crushed. Right place, right time for Magpok. 1 out in the 4th.
It's good placement from Magpok at center. I mean, just you talked about it. I mean, went straight to him.
We saw Garrity have that bases clearing 3 RBI triple just a couple nights ago. And that was against Brewster in the regular season on Saturday, the 39th game of the summer. First pitch to Conti, ground ball left side. On it on the backhand is Curse. He turns, a long throw to first. A beauty. Carson Curse has come to play tonight. His second marvelous play at shortstop, moving towards the third base bag. And he throws out the Mariner catcher. 2 outs in the 4th.
His speed is incredible. I mean, that reactionary going to his offside, right, and getting that backhand out, hauling it in, and his body taking him one way, the throw going the other. It's on time, it's accurate, and it's beautiful.
First pitch to Fultz. Down and away 1-0, but you could almost relate that to the start of this ball game. When Brewster's put the ball in the hole, the Mariners infielders have not made the plays. That's now 2 alone from Curse. When Brewster's hit line drives, it's been in the gaps. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball up the middle, past the second base bag, and it gets through into center field. A base hit for Patrick Fultz. But back on that same point, Garrity starts this inning with a line drive over 100 miles an hour off the bat, but it's right at the center fielder Magpok, and sometimes that's just the luck of the draw of baseball. 2-out base hit extends the top of the 4th for now. DiCarlo gets an at-bat with Fultz on first base. Harwich down 6-0 in the top of the 4th at Stony Brook Field. Alicea set from the belt, kicks and deals. First pitch fastball just a little bit down. DiCarlo gets ahead. DiCarlo was one of many Mariners that helped break the opening game of this series open last night. Had a 2 RBI single in the back stages of that ball game. A broken bat, he got a new one last night. I talked to him. He said, I actually broke 2 bats in that game. One came just on a jam shot foul ball, and he chuckled and said, an expensive night for the Mariners. 1-0 DeCarlo. Fastball sinks right down into the top portion of the zone, 1-1. Foltz over there at first base continues to get on. .350 for average. He was 2 for 4 last night. He's stolen 1 bag as a Mariner. A balk called on Edwin Alicea before the 1-1 to DeCarlo. That advances Foltz into scoring position. So, Gino, this is one of those situations that you were talking about. If the Mariners can find a gap here, although down 6 runs, you scratch one across and almost feel a little bit more back in the game to take that goose egg off the scoreboard.
You need life.
Alicea, the 1-1. Hanger nails the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sam DeCarlo. Carlo is yet to offer at a pitch in this at-bat, and now in a 2-strike count. Left-hander set. Looks at second. The pause and the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. A chopper. Kyle Wolf on deck if we get there. Brewster started this game with 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning and then paired that up with 2 more in the bottom of the second. Harwich 5 hits. They've played well offensively but haven't hit at the right time. Another 1-2. That's too high with the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2 to the Harwich shortstop.
And if you're DeCarlo, you don't need to go out there and think, I need to get this RBI, right? You just need to go up there and be patient.
2-2 pitch. Inside, a nice block from the Whitecap catcher Jacob Jarrell. He keeps it in the glove. The count runs full to DeCarlo. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position at second is Patrick Foltz. He got on a hit and then was balked over to second base. Alicea taking his time. The payoff pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. DeCarlo battling in this 2-out at-bat.
I like this from DeCarlo. Extending this at-bat, making Alicea work. But like I said, be patient.
Alicea set from the belt. Another 3-2. Popped up foul over the Harwich dugout, first base side. That was the 8th pitch of this at-bat, number 9 coming up. The man on deck, Kyle Wolf, hoping that DeCarlo can get on and extend this top of the 4th. The Mariners are down by 6. Trying to scratch a few across, now into the middle innings of this ball game. Alicea shakes off 2 pitches, looks at second. 3-2. Breaking ball outside. A 10-pitch at-bat results in a Sam DeCarlo walk. That is a fantastic at-bat from the Harwich shortstop.
It was. And, you know, it's like I said, DeCarlo going up there, he's using that experience, a rising senior. He's not going up there and saying, I need to bring home Foltz. No, he's going up there and he's saying, whatever I can get from Alicea, I'm going to take what I like. And there are pitches outside. He fought off a few, but you talked about 10 pitches in that at-bat. Alicea in his 4th inning of work. Nice job, Sam DeCarlo.
Chance for Kyle Wolf. First pitch. Swing and a miss. That was the sinker. Wolf could not connect, tried to crush that one. The Mariner all-star first baseman at .250 for average, 1 home run, knocked in 12 on the Cape League summer. He's been efficient with 2 outs for Steve Englert's ball club. The 0-1. That's a sinker inside. A borderline take. Wolf gets the call, 1-1. 2-out RBIs, something that's on a board, a poster in the Mariner dugout, home or away, and they want to check that box. They've done it all summer. The 1-1. Swinging a foul at the plate. Wolf behind 1-2. The Whitecaps come into tonight 9-7-1 for record off a loss this summer. They're also the best team in Cape Cod throughout the entire summer playing at home. DiCarlo at first. Foltz at second. The 1-2. Bounced foul towards the Whitecaps dugout. Got to give credit to Edwin Alicea. The Mariners have hit him. 5 hits now into the 4th inning. He's walked 3. Only struck out 2 batters. But with runners on, he's been at his best. He's also picked off 2. 2-strike pitch in the dirt. Jarrell keeps it in front. The count goes even, 2-2 to Kyle Wolf.
And that's because, Luke, Alicea can trust his stuff with this game. 6-0. Obviously, there's plenty of time left for the Mariners to come back, but if you're Alicea, you feel a little bit of a weight lifted on your shoulders in an elimination game.
Another long at-bat here with Wolf. The 2-2. Fouled into the catcher, Jarrell. The home crowd thought Wolf swung and missed, but he stays alive for now. The Harwich motto, Gino, you interviewed Jake Kunin after the win last night. He said, Steve Engler told our guys in the postseason, just get the bat to the next guy. Foltz with 2 outs, a base hit. DiCarlo, a 10-pitch walk. Wolf battling. Here comes the 7th pitch. Before that, a check on the runner at second. The Mariners yell for a balk. Home plate umpire Jake Brichta calls time, calls all the rest of the umpires together. He has something, or at least saw something, that the third base umpire Rick Forrest did not. Rick Forrest adamantly defending his case. They look to be okay. The safe signal comes out from the crew chief. Now here comes Steve Englert. He's livid. Englert's in a conversation with first base umpire Jeff Merzel. Now turns around, shakes his head, struts off the diamond. Alicea, we mentioned, picked off 2 Mariners tonight. A tall left-hander with a wicked pickoff move. Sometimes that's tough to tell. Balk or fair play. First and second, 2 outs. The Mariners down by 6. A 2-ball, 2-strike count to Kyle Wolf. Alicea set. Another 2-2. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Wolf trying to straighten that one out.
Wolf in a good spot here. One of the leaders on this team in RBIs. He's someone that if I'm Steve Englert, I want in this spot.
He's been a power bat, a consistent on-base guy as well at the bottom of the Harwich lineup. 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul. It's been the mixing and matching from the left-hander Alicea. Sinker slider guy. Throws the sinker 54% of the time, the slider 15%. He also has a cut fastball that he uses time to time. His cutter runs in on the right-handed hitting Kyle Wolf. Here comes the 9th pitch of this at-bat. 2-2. Popped him up. Towards left field, coming in is the left fielder Dalton Wentz. He makes the play, and Harwich strands 2 more runners for the 4th consecutive inning. It has been all Whitecaps. It's 6-0 Brewster. We head to the home half of inning number 4 on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it, Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards.
We welcome you back to Brewster on the Mariners radio network. The Whitecaps lead the Mariners 6-0 in an elimination game for the Whitecaps. They trail in the East Divisional Series 1-0. Harwich dominated Brewster last night 10-2, but the Whitecaps have come out swinging on their home diamond tonight. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. The Mariners back in their road baby blue retro uniforms. The baby blue base, the red lettering, and a navy trim. The red Harwich hats. Brewster in their patented all pinstripe white look. White jerseys, navy pinstripes, navy lettering, and a turquoise Brewster touch of trim. Just about time for the bottom of the fourth. It's 3, 4, and 5 for the Whitecaps. Dalton Wentz digs in. First pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. The shortstop DeCarlo's on it, throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out in the Brewster fourth.
I have to say, Luke, that was really impressive description for the uniforms. I mean, you got that on lock.
You think so?
Absolutely. I mean,
I appreciate it.
That was really good. It almost sounded like you love this Whitecaps uniform. It's not like you say it every time we play them.
I actually might just have to buy one.
You should. You should. After the season, though.
Absolutely. It's the Ners or nothing right now. 1 out, nobody on for Maddox Mikalakis. Mikalakis has reached base twice tonight, but the biggest of all blows was his 2-run home run in the first inning. Chmielewski first pitch fastball lands, strike 1.
But if you're the Mariners, that quick first out, ground out, I mean, you got to build off that.
Chmielewski working quick, the 0-1, golf towards right. The right fielder, Garrity, barely has to move, snags it out of the air, 2 outs.
It's perfect. If you're Tom Chmielewski, you're doing your job.
Harwich offensively, 5 hits. They've left 4 on base. An inning-ending double play back in the third was the second inning, one that you look back on, and Ernie Echeverria and the rest of the Mariners want back. A 6-run deficit. Chmielewski doing his job so far. Now into his second inning of action. Here's Delamelier. First pitch fastball right on the lower outside corner, called strike 1. A windy, chilly afternoon here. First pitch was at 4:03. 0-1. Slap down the right field line, fair ball. Delamelier rounds first. He's thinking extra bases. Time is called from first base umpire Jeff Merzel. The ball went out of play, but still a fair ball, so a ground rule double for Brody Delamelier. Right when you think a 1-2-3 inning may be coming in the Mariners' direction, the Whitecaps slap one down the line.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happened back in the first, remember? 2 ground outs to start the frame, and then that's when the Whitecaps went on a 4-run tear. The Mariner defense, they've got to make sure that they are shutting the door when they can.
Here's Carson Kurse, 2 out, runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Chmielewski, he throws strikes. You know what you're going to get out of Tom Chmielewski. 24-year-old playing in Cape Cod. Left-hander goes to North Carolina. 0-1 pitch. Hard hit line drive, center field. Nico Brini heads back. He's underneath. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Back-to-back scoreless frames from Chewy and the Mariners defense, but that's not going to win this game. Harwich trails by 6. They need the offense to wake up. We head to 5 on the Mariners radio network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Time now for the fifth as we welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network here from Stony Brook Field in Brewster. The Whitecaps with their backs against the ropes. An elimination game with the Mariners taking game one of the first round of the playoffs yesterday. And Brewster has come out swinging. Up 6-0, we head to the fifth. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Mariners. Ernie Echeverria digs in from the right side. First pitch from the left-hander. And this one is smacked foul. Right over towards the Whitecaps dugout. Edwin Alisea has had a nice start today. He comes set on the mound. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alisea, the rising junior, the transfer to South Florida. Kicks and fires 1-1. That curveball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Alisea now over 60 pitches. Once the first 2 Mariners hit, it'll be the 3rd time through the order. Probably the chance to get to the starter.
The 2-1. Outside, ball 3.
Echeverria hasn't had a hit as a Mariner, but he has walked a couple of times. He does have a nice eye.
Alisea nods, comes set. Here's the 3-1. Pulled down the left field line. Dalton Wentz charges and makes the diving grab. Echeverria got good wood on that pitch from Alisea, but it was dropping fast, and Dalton Wentz making a spectacular grab. There's 1 gone in the top of the 5th.
The rich are getting richer right now.
As if they need any more momentum in today's game.
And that ball was crushed. Echeverria sat on a 3-1 pitch. He got the one he was looking for, roped it, and Wentz lays out.
First pitch to the lefty, Michael Elko. Grounded foul towards the Mariner dugout.
And that's tough for Echeverria. You got to be going back in that dugout. You end an inning with the bases loaded on a double play ball, and you get good wood and a good count on what would be a base hit about 9 times out of 10, and you still don't have your first hit.
The 0-1. On a ball right at the knees of Elko. A fastball from Alisea. 1-1 the count. Alisea has given up just 5 hits. The 1-1. Called a strike with the sinker around the inner corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elko. The second baseman digs back in. Here's the 1-2. This is low and away with the curveball. Talked about Elko still looking for his first hit here on the Cape in his 4th game in a Mariner uniform. The 2-2. Line the other way, down, right on cue, a base hit for Michael Elko. As the order flips for the Mariners. But a nice piece of hitting there from the second baseman for Harwich.
That's what it's going to take. It can't just be the Mariner studs tonight. You're looking at a 6-run deficit into the 5th inning of this game. Nothing has gone Harwich's way. So how can the bottom of the order ignite a fire, the top do their thing? And that's going to come down to what's been the difference so far, and that's driving runners in when guys are on base, but especially scoring position.
Talked to Elko before the game as well as some of the other Mariners, and he looks like he's been a part of the team this whole summer. First pitch to Nico Brini, swinging a ground ball, gets through the right side. Elko rounds past second. He's heading to third by the time Adam Magpok scoops up the ball in the outfield. And it's a single from Nico Brini. Runners on the corners for Harwich.
Now, Brewster may be in a different position as Harwich when I go back to the argument of Steve Engler probably should have, at least in my opinion, gone to the bullpen earlier to pull Gambardella out before giving up 6 runs in an inning and 2/3. But now you flip it on the Whitecaps and Jamie Shevchuk. They don't have the luxury of as good of a bullpen as Harwich has. They also used a lot of arms last night compared to the Mariners. It was 4 pitchers for Brewster. However, now back-to-back hits, the pitch count approaching 70 for Alicea. He's had a marvelous outing. You don't want it to get spoiled in an elimination game now with the top of the order up for Harwich.
Jake Coonan in a big spot here. He's 0 for 2, and Brian Del Rosso, the pitching coach for the Whitecaps, likes to come out to talk things over with his starter.
And it is interesting when you see the starter Alicea get set. Coonan digs in, kind of that 30-second pause in between an at-bat where Del Rosso could have gone out. But then he waits till the very last second. What that tells me, Gino, is that you think he's maybe buying time for the arm that's now warming in the bullpen down the left field line. Plenty to talk about. Situation, corners, double play ball intact, the scouting report on the red-hot Jake Coonan, who's also been hitting left-handed pitching really hard. But still, it's the postseason. We know the hook is quicker on starters, and Alicea's had it tonight. But if he can get out of this, that might just be yet another dagger in the Mariners' offense.
Nate Britton warming up in the bullpen for the Whitecaps, the rising junior from Duke. Something to keep an ear out for on the Mariners radio network. So we resume play. Runners on the corners with just 1 out in the top of the 5th. Jake Coonan digs back in from the right side. Lefty on righty. Alicea comes home. Golfed foul down the left field line and out of play. Coonan got some muscle on that one. Coming off a nice game yesterday, 2 for 3 with a home run, a 2 RBI double, as well as a walk. The left fielder for the Mariners. That's why he's batting second today. Throw back to first. Brini is back standing.
So we've seen Harwich be aggressive base running tonight. It hasn't worked a single time. But now with Brini, your bases stealing leader at first, a runner at third, Elko, who does have plus speed, I would not be surprised if Harwich puts Nico in action.
Throw at first again. Brini gets back. He's got a stolen base already today, but was caught between second and third. Back in the first, he was tagged out on his way back to second. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Slider that time from Alicea. No balls, 2 strikes to Coonan.
Gotta protect here. Gotta drive in a run.
Coonan loads up that back foot. Alicea throws back to first. Alicea is so good with that pickoff move. On that last pitch to Coonan, Luke, he looked Brini back to the bag as he was coming forward. Long pause for Alicea. The 0-2. Spiked foul.
Alicea is refusing, and now in the third at-bat to Jake Coonan, he will not throw him a high fastball. That's what Coonan has had his bread and butter be throughout his 4 home runs this summer on the Cape.
9 extra base hits for Coonan as well.
Good reason. He's looking for a double play, and he's ahead 0-2. Why do it?
The 0-2. This is inside. Curveball right at the knees of Coonan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steve Englert from the Mariner dugout calls out and says, come on, Jake, let's go. Alicea, snap throw back to first. Brini back standing.
If I'm Elko on that third base side, as Alicea is so worried about Brini at first, I'd start creeping down the line a little bit.
The 1-2 to Coonan. Smash down the right field line, and foul ball. Coonan's getting some good wood on these pitches from Alicea, but trying to put it in play. Staying alive with a 1-2 count.
Just like what Steve Englert said to Coonan last night, get the bat to the next guy any way possible.
Here's the 6th pitch to Kunin, the 1-2. Ground ball to third. Mikalakis hauls it in, throws to second in time. There's one, the throw to first, not in time. The Mariners bring home one from Jake Kunin. Nice at bat there from the left fielder. That brings home Michael Elko. Brady's out at second. Kunin on first. Ryan Garrity up to bat with one gone in the top of the 5th. The pitch fouled straight back. 2 gone in the 5th, excuse me.
All right, you scratch a run across, but now in the middle innings, still a runner on in Kunin.
Throw back to first. Kunin's back standing.
Just got to keep this going. Garrity already reached tonight. Had an infield hit, and then his line out was crushed to center. So he's been seeing it well from the left-hander.
Another throw back to first. Kunin is back standing. Kunin also a threat at stealing bags. He's 3rd on the team in that category with 9. The 0-1 to Garrity. Called strike 2. High fastball.
It's not a strike.
It's a late call from Jake Brichta behind the dish.
This is at the neck of Garrity.
Another throw back to first. Kunin is back. The starter for the Whitecaps would like to get out of this frame. As he comes set, here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Garrity. 88 with the fastball from Ali Saya rings up Garrity. Harwich scores 1 off of an RBI fielder's choice from Jake Kunin that brought home Michael Elko. Elko with his first hit in a Mariner uniform this summer. Harwich still down by 5. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
The Mariners score their first run of the day, courtesy of an RBI fielder's choice from Jake Kunin. Man, oh man, he continues to be an offensive spark for the Mariners. He brought home Michael Elko after the Richmond product recorded his first hit in a Mariner uniform this summer. So the Mariners down by 5. We head to the home half of the 5th. Carson Tinney up to bat. First pitch from the right side. This is high and away for ball 1. 7-8-9 due up for the Whitecaps with Tinney the DH leading things off. Coates on deck, the second baseman. Gerald in the hole, the catcher. The 1-0. Fastball called a strike on the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tinney. Tom Chmielewski out on the mound for the Mariners. Left-hander kicks and fires. The 1-1. Bopped him up into center. Nico Brini takes a few steps back, now a few steps in, and makes the grab right at the face. There's one gone in the bottom of the fifth.
Chmielewski is the perfect guy to go to in situations like this. He pitches so fast, he almost attacks the Whitecaps, and they're the ones who have all the momentum. They're up by 5, they have 8 hits, 6 runs, and Chewy now has gone 2 2/3, giving up just 1 hit. It was a 2-out double. He stranded him, only struck out 1, but just throwing strikes.
Colton Coates from the right side. First pitch whistles high and away with the fastball from Chmielewski. But you're right, he's done exactly what he's needed to do, and that was stop the bleeding. Chmielewski, the 0-1. Fly ball into left. Jake Coonan takes a few steps to his left, gets underneath. 2 gone in the bottom of the fifth.
Chmielewski was a starter in this Harwich rotation all the way up until he gave up 7 runs in 2 innings just a week ago against Katuitt. So you are bringing out a guy with starting pitching experience not only in his career, a long career collegiately, but also on the Cape. I mean, look at that. The hand immediately in the glove and right out.
He's ready to go. First pitch to Jacob Jarrell from the right side. Misses outside.
But that's unselfishness because guys do care about their numbers. Who wouldn't in a league like this where you can showcase a low earned run average as an arm pitching the entire summer like Chewy has? But he doesn't care right now. He cares about keeping Harwich in this game.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
And I think that speed and rhythm that the left-hander gets in is what allows him to be so confident in a game and especially take the scoreboard out of this one.
The 1-1. Ground ball to short to Carlo. Hauls it in at the feet. Throws to first in time. 1-2-3 by the Mariner defense. Well done, Tom Chmielewski and crew. Another scoreless frame for the Whitecaps. That's now 3 straight. So the Mariners have an opportunity to come back in this game trailing by 5. The Bats just need to continue to churn and create some offense. We'll see if they can do that. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job.
Welcome back on the Mariners Radio Network. We head to the 6th. Harwich down by 5, but the defense has started to wake up. 3 straight scoreless frames by the Whitecaps. The defense has done its job. It stopped the bleeding. Tom Chmielewski and company have done what they needed to do to set up the offense to generate a come-from-behind victory. 4-5-6 due up for the Mariners. To lead things off, it's Matt Conti, the DH, followed by Pat Fultz on deck, Sam DiCarlo in the hole. New arm on the mound for the Whitecaps, it's Nate Britton. Relieves Edwin Alisea. Righty on righty. First pitch Ground ball past the mound. Carson Kearse charges, sidearms to first. It's in time. Man, oh man, Carson Kearse. He's been on one today. He has been lights out over there at short as he hauled that ball in right over by the second base bag on the run. And as his body was carrying him towards the outfield, that sidearm snap to first, beating out Conti to the bag. That's the second time today, Luke, that Conti has been robbed from Carson Kearse.
He can do it in both directions.
First pitch to the lefty, Pat Fultz, a swing and a miss. 92 from Nate Britton.
And I think that the thing that differentiates Carson Kearse is he doesn't have to plant to get an accurate and hard throw off. He's been doing all of these on the run, kind of noodly over there, but still with power.
The 0-1. Liner up the middle, it gets through for a base hit. Well done, Pat Fultz, his second single, back-to-back knocks for him. One gone with a base runner for the Mariners, top of the 6th. Sam DiCarlo up to bat. Let's dive into the numbers of Nate Britton. The right-hander, a sophomore from Wake Forest, stands on the mound at 6'4", 200 pounds. Looks over at Fultz at first. Now comes home to the righty, DiCarlo. Pops this one down the right field line. Brody DeLamiere makes the catch. There's 2 away. Kyle Wolf now up to bat. Nate Britton making his 11th appearance this summer. A 3.86 ERA, 16 1/3 innings with 13 strikeouts. His last appearance came back on July 31st against Wareham. Righty on righty. First offering to Wolf. Fastball misses low and away. That game against Wareham, Britton went 2 2/3, gave up 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Snap throw back to first. Pat Fultz is back diving. Safe to say Britton is one of the top arms out of the bullpen for the Whitecaps. Not his first time going up against these Harwich Mariners. As Wolf steps back in from the right side. The 1-0. Fouled straight back. Over right by us. As we sit just a little bit off to the right of home plate.
8 hits tonight for Harwich, Gino. 8 singles. That is not going to do the trick when you give up a combined 6 runs in the first 2 innings of this ball game. Got to find a gap. Got to hit one over the wall or at least string together the singles in a timely fashion.
The 1-1 to Wolf. Curveball misses inside. 2-1 the count to Wolf. Talked about the Mariners needing a little bit more oomph on their hits. Wolf is someone that can do it. He's got 4 extra base knocks, including 3 doubles and a home run this summer. Another snap throw back to first. Fultz is back diving.
I don't know if it's Brian Del Rosso or Jamie Shevchek, whatever the coaching is inside the Whitecaps dugout, and it may come when they recruit pitchers into Brewster, but they all have wicked pickoff moves.
It's quick and it's efficient. The 2-1. Misses outside. It's so quick, and Alicea and Britton, their pickoff moves, they take a long time to deal, and obviously it changes. That's what's so important about it, is the 3-1, smacked up the middle, Kearse is there, flips to the second baseman Coates, and records the 3rd out. But like on that last pitch from Britton, a little bit of a lesser pause. Keeps the runners guessing, and that way it leaves them in no man's land. We saw that already a few times by the Mariner runners, so Another great job by the Brewster Arms as they keep the Mariner deficit to 5. We head to the home half of the 6th right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. That's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But they're win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is
a breezy one here in Brewster. 71 degrees, no sun, a lot of clouds, and a gust of wind that is come and gone here in this Wednesday afternoon of playoff baseball. Top of the order due up for the Whitecaps to begin the bottom of the 6th. Adam Magpok, first pitch swinging, a ground ball to third. Foltz to the infield grass, holds it in and throws him out at first.
That's a nice play from Foltz. He was in on the infield grass. That was a hot smash right at the third baseman. And Pat just put his gloves in between his legs, gloved it off one hop. And one pitch, one out. That's been the name of the game from Tom Chmielewski. If Harwich can't come back in this game, you don't want to forget about what 25's doing out there. He's already gone 3 consecutive scoreless frames, working on his 4th.
Lefty on lefty, here's Lawson from the left side. Fastball misses high and tight. Chmielewski has gone 3 2/3 so far. Has given up just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. The 1-0. Popped up foul over the Whitecaps dugout that sits right off the third base line.
It's tough because if you're a Mariner fan, it's impossible not to think. You know, Tom Chmielewski came into this game in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded. You maybe would have liked to see him start this game.
1-1, just off the outside with the fastball.
Chmielewski cannot get that call at the bottom of the strike zone. He mouthed something to himself, then quickly flashed his glove over his mouth so that the home plate umpire couldn't see it.
The 2-1. Chopper to second. Elko hauls it in as he shuffles to the left and throws out Lawson at first.
Will say, Gino, I'm not accustomed to the August weather in Cape Cod. Granted, my first summer here. I'm not saying that it hasn't been amazing, but this is the first ever, I'm actually going to say, cold afternoon turning into night that I felt here on the Cape. You know, weather permitting, like no rain,
no
intense winds. It's just like a stiff 70 degrees, and then these gusts come in, and just about everyone that has a mind here is in a sweatshirt besides me.
First pitch to the righty, Wentz. Misses inside with the fastball. But you're right, I mean, we've had days where it's gotten below 70, but the no sun and the wind is what you're. 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 count to Wentz. The pitch. This one foul. This one foul. Liner right over the Mariner dugout. Wentz so far today. It's 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the 6th. Also has a walk first. Throw in there, he's got 2 runs. 1-1. Curveball just strips on the outside from Chmielewski. 2-1 the just strips on the outside from Chmielewski. 2-1 the count to Wentz. Can't emphasize enough how much top of the order for the Whitecaps have come out to play. The 2-1. Curveball finds the middle of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wentz. We talk about Magpok. He's got a single today. Lawson's still looking for his first hit. He's batting second. He's got a single today. Lawson's still looking for his first hit. He's batting second. But Wentz got that RBI double like I talked about. The 2-2. Middle, charge.